I am here. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I'm wearing green. I didn't wear it earlier. I was wearing red to celebrate the Wales playing France rugby game, and fortunately they won by 1 point. I'm still recovering from my heartbreaking loss last night. UVA, my team, lost, and it was the number one biggest upset in NCAA basketball tournament history. So that was horrible. But that's not why I got on today. So the reason I wanted to get on today is because I've talked about manifestation before, and I want to share another manifestation that happened, and it was totally, I believe, because of mindset. Obviously, when you manifest something, you think about it in your head a lot, but you need to believe it will happen. You need to have this belief that is unwavering, really. And if you have doubts that creep in, that the universe is going to react to that. So this is a big one, all right? So I have been trying to sell a house with my ex-husband for 14 years. So, think about that. We have owned a house together since 2004. And we only lived in it for 2 years. So I think I lived in it for an extra year. So, I basically moved out in 2007. So, and we've been trying to sell it ever since. So it hasn't been on the market the whole time. We've taken it on and off the market, but we've probably put it on the market 5 or 6 times over the course of that time frame. We've had renters, so we've had 3 different renters. The last tenants we've had for 5 years, and they took really good care of our house. But we wanted to sell it, and I've done visualizations of people. I just never really believed when I did it before, and this time, having done some practices with manifestation, I decided I was going to actually really believe it was going to happen. And I visualized happy people walking through the house, that they were actually happy people. Like, there were a couple of open houses sold or held, and my husband says you never sell a house with open houses. But, I knew people were going to be coming through the house. And so I was visualizing these people coming in to this open house and really being happy. And within 2 weeks, we had 3 people interested in the house. So, and we sold it. And the best part is that I want to share a ton of details, because there's a lot of details in this story, but I decided I'm not going to really do it publicly on social media, because there's some details that, are personal in terms of finances and feelings that, I think it's a more private conversation to have. So I have a weekly actually newsletter. I say weekly. I missed last week, but I try to get a newsletter out every week. And when I send out a newsletter, I send kind of like the highlights that I share that seem to do well on my page, because most people don't see all the posts. And so I thought, well, the things that people are engaging with and like a lot, then I'll share that in my newsletter. And then I also share my thoughts on things, what's going on in my brain. So this week's newsletter, I'm going to share about the sale of my house and the visualization and more details than I want to share here. So if you're not on my newsletter and you'd like to be interested, like to hear what's inside my head every week, then just shoot me a message. There's a message button at the top of the page, and shoot me a message and just send me your email address, and you can unsubscribe to my newsletter at any time. At the very bottom of it, there's an unsubscribe link. So, but if you're curious and you'd like to hear my story about my sale of my house, we sold it. We signed the papers on Thursday, the 15th. It was a cash deal, so 2-week settlement. So I never in a million years, we put it on the market in the middle of February. I never in a million years thought that I would be free of this financial strain that has been going on for 14 years, or at least 12, right? And it's been such a great relief. But I truly believed that it would happen. I just knew in my heart that it would happen, and I just saw happy people, and every time there was something that came up, because when you sell a house, there's things that come up. There's problems that are found. The contracts are always there's back and forth, and you have to do this and you have to do that. And every time some problem came up, I believed that it was solvable. I always thought about the positive, like, oh, well, if we do this, I never went to the negative, and I never went to this isn't going to happen. I believed. And so it's just a matter of training your mind. And when you want something, you just think about it a lot, and you believe that it'll happen, and no negative thoughts. You don't let those enter. And if a negative thought comes in, you switch it around and you think about it, you flip it into the positive. And you keep believing no matter what troubles you encounter. You don't look at them as obstacles that you can't get around. You look at them as obstacles that you have to build a bridge over, or obstacles that you have to climb over and to reach the other side, which is your manifestation. So I just wanted to share that. And I know I haven't been live lately. I don't like to go live unless I have really something to say. And so hopefully this has been valuable. I'd love to hear if anybody wants something and is ready to manifest it. So if you are, share below what it is, because you can do it. And I'd love to see it happen for you. All right. I actually have a great exercise. Now that I think about it, I don't think I've shared it publicly. I have it on my course. So I'll have to do that. I'll send that. So if you send me a message, you can subscribe to me in Messenger, and I will send you, I do broadcasts every 3 or 4 weeks about stuff that's going on. So I will set up a free thing so you can do the manifestation exercise. So that would be awesome, because then you could all do it. So I realized just now that I'm talking to my page and I'm not talking to people in my course. So you have no idea what I'm talking about when I talk about this exercise. So I'll get that ready for you. And if you want to hear about my manifestation exercise, then message me so you get on my Messenger subscriber list. And if you want my newsletter, send me your email address in Messenger. All right. So those are the 2 things to do today. All right. Bye.